Elon has never asked me for a thing. I mean, I got rid of the electric car mandate.
It's really come as quite a shock to me that there is this level of really hatred and violence from the left.
Have you noticed, everyone, that the crescendo of hatred toward Elon Musk is becoming surreal? We had a congresswoman from Ohio, I think her name was Marcy Kaptur. She recently said that she wasn't sure where Elon Musk loyalties lay because he'd only been a citizen for 22 years.
An unelected, self-dealing, multi-billionaire who has made his vast fortune off huge government contracts should not be able to buy access to the U.S. Treasury.
He's a naturalized citizen. This is very interesting because remember, the left says that people who are here illegally and not citizens should gain all of the protections and rights of citizens. They should be de facto citizens. Anybody who would question a naturalized citizen's loyalty, according to the left, would be xenophobic, nativist.
One of these men with access to our nation's sensitive data is a green card holder and apparently not even a citizen.
I think Representative Kaptur has actually voted for resolutions damning, if I could use that word, Republicans for being insensitive to the status of immigrants, whether legal or illegal. This follows a whole series of personal attacks. We had posters in Washington, D.C. saying, "Eliminate Musk." We had a man arrested from Indiana online for threatening to kill Elon Musk. We have Representative Garcia, I think his name is, and he was on television, and he said that Elon Musk was a DICK, and when called on it, he said you had to bring weapons, i.e. against Musk, for this bar fight. Weapons.
Well, he is, and I think that he's also harming the American public in an enormous way. And what I think is really important, and what the American public want, is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight for democracy, for the future of this country.
Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday, yet she turns and says, "Oh, I'm not calling for violence." Well, she is an elected public official, and so she needs to tread very carefully.
The late night comedian Jimmy Kimmel said something along the lines, well, we shouldn't burn Teslas, but then he had this pregnant pause. We shouldn't burn Teslas, meaning, of course, you should do that.
Vandalizing Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles, please don't vandalize, don't ever vandalize Tesla vehicles. And so on.
Governor Walz, we talked before, has sizable investments in Tesla stock in Minnesota, of which he is the governor. He's in charge of protecting that investment for the taxpayers. He went on stage and bragged that his app said that the Tesla price was going down, down, down.
He's a Marxist who's proud of not owning any dirty capitalist stock. He actually openly bragged about Tesla stock going down last week. Listen to this.
They've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping.
He called Elon Musk an ass, H-O-L-E. He was back at it again, but we mentioned earlier he'd called him a Nepo baby and a South African, questioning the legitimacy of his American citizenship.
Elon Musk. Seriously. Elon's on that stage, jumping around, skipping like a dipshit on these things. You know it.
Once hailed as the golden child of innovation, a disruptor who dared to challenge the impossible, Elon Musk stood as a beacon of human ambition. He sent rockets to space, revolutionized transportation, and made electric vehicles mainstream. Still, amid all the turmoil, a cruel twist of fate emerges. Elon Musk holds just 11% of Tesla's stock. The fierce campaign waged against the company doesn't strike him as deeply as some might wish. Instead, it's the ordinary dreamers who bear the brunt. The Uber driver, barely making ends meet, slapped with a 1-star rating simply for driving a Tesla. Or the family who chose a sleek, innovative car for for their kids' safety, only to see them cowering in the back seat, shaken by the rage of unhinged strangers, middle fingers raised, curses flying, threats hanging heavy in the air.
You would have thought that astronaut Mark Kelly might have wanted to comment on the spectacular rescue of 2 astronauts that were brought back to Earth on the SpaceX super rocket. Instead, he didn't do any of that sort. Instead, he cut a video showing that he's getting rid of this car because he said he didn't want this Tesla anymore because it was made by an ASSHOLE.
Hey folks, it's Mark Kelly here in Washington, driving to work for the last time in my Tesla. Every time I get in this car in the last 60 days or so, it reminds me of just how much damage Elon Musk and Donald Trump is doing to our country.
There must be some type of Democratic talking points that says you're supposed to call Elon Musk an ASSHOLE. What is going on?
What matters is, doing the right thing. I think it's time to get rid of it. Elon Musk kind of turned out to be an and I don't want to be driving a car built and designed by.
Add all of this up and you're getting to the situation in which the bar of what is permissible has been drastically lowered. We have turned someone who has saved the U.S. space program, who reinvented the entire auto industry, who opened up all of social media with X. We have turned this person into a demon, a traitor, someone that we smear and we slander all day long. For what? For saying the following, that the $36 trillion in debt and the 1.5 to 2 trillion, and Joe Biden in some years had $5 and $6 trillion deficits, are unsustainable. And through a series of revenue enhancements and drastic cuts of programs that are unnecessary, we can get near a balanced budget. He takes no money. He's not confirmed as the head of a government agency, but of course there's all sorts of deputies and heads of agencies that require no confirmation, including the National Security Advisor of the United States of America.
He's going to meet resistance because he doesn't own the federal government, but I predict he does not stop. He's intense. And I think both with his the support Trump has given him, he is going to be able to do in government what he did in Tesla and SpaceX.
Tesla dealerships, Tesla charging stations, individual Tesla owners are either being doxxed or targeted for violent acts. We've had cases where Tesla drivers were pushed off the road and confronted by left-wing activists.
They're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships, they're just, smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful.
We've had Molotov cocktails thrown at dealerships.
This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
Tesla charging stations that were attacked. What is the point of all of this? The point is to send a message that anyone who would buy a Tesla or drive a Tesla or even have Tesla stock should not. Because by the use of this violent activity, they're trying to drive down Elon Musk's popularity and indeed his viability. So all I would warn the left is, I think it's time to stop this, because if you continue this rhetoric, somebody, as this person in Indiana or this minister in Tennessee, is going to openly call for violence, if they have not already, against one of the most iconic Americans in our history. And when that happens, the responsibility is going to be on you.
What started as faint murmurs of unease has spiraled into a shadowed abyss, something profoundly disturbing. If a man once hailed as a visionary can be demonized in an instant, if everyday folks can be hunted down for the mere crime of driving a car, then what hope remains for free thought, for defiance, for the audacity to upend the established order? This transcends Tesla. It's a chilling portent, a peek into a realm where dogma drowns reason, where might molds truth, and where the pursuit of innovation morphs into a perilous act of treason. If we let this tide surge unchecked, who will be the next to fall?